Welcome to the TCO. I am the Corrupted Otaku, and I'm here to bring you a pickups video, alright? I got basically 4 mangas, some science fiction based movies, and just some movies, and then a couple of items that are actually related to anime within itself. Now, the reason why I'm going to be showing you movies that I pick up is because, as you may or may not know, I do plan on doing DVD and Blu-ray reviews, you know, based on like the special features and the price, etc., etc. I did do one for the movie Willow, but probably going to kind of refine what I did. But anyway, let's jump right into this. And first and foremost, I picked up Volume 1 to Rurouni Kenshin. Now, granted, I already did pick this up because here's another one right here. And the only reason why I got another one is because it was like about $10 and it came with 2 of them, 1 and 2. So obviously that leads us to Volume 2, which is the main reason why I bought it. So yes, here's the manga volume for that. I also picked up D. Gray Man Volume 4. I was going to get 5 and 6, but the retarded seller, I don't know what the hell they were smoking, but they waited forever to ship, and then they ended up giving me some excuse that they went to the post office and they requested to get the package. But I don't know exactly what she was thinking, but she was definitely smoking some heavy shit. It was about time that I actually got a mouse pad because I needed one, and I thought, what better way than to get an anime one. Now this is just a Rurouni Kenshin. Yes, it is one of my favorite animes, so obviously it does make sense, ladies and gentlemen. But I will definitely be getting other types of memorabilia stuff that are based, official or unofficial, based on other products. I'm going to save the other anime item for last. I went and I picked up some cartoons. Why? Because I still watch cartoons. I'm the type of person that I believe that, you know what, you don't need to be considered an adult, not an adult, if you watch cartoons, because most cartoons nowadays, I even look at just cartoons as something that's like for anyone, unless they're like really, really for kids, you know, like, what is that, Dora the Explorer or something like that. That's totally for kids. Totally would not buy anything like that. But I did get, I got these movies because I really did enjoy them, and that was Rise of the Guardians. I got it on Blu-ray. Wreck-It Ralph, which I really did like this concept. It kind of reminded me of like Toy Story, except with video games, so that was really cool if you ask me. Hotel Transylvania, and then I decided to get a classic, at least in my opinion a classic, because I grew up watching the first one, but it's a double combo pack of The Hunchback of Notre Dame 1 and 2. And of course, like any good science fiction nerd, I decided to start collecting the Star Trek The Next Generation on Blu-ray. The only downside to this, because I did put these in to check them out, is you think if they were going to upgrade them to, you know, HD, they could have at least upgraded them so that they're widescreen and not full screen on a widescreen television. That's somewhat annoying. Because, well, yeah, I mean, I've gotten used to it, but still, that would have been just, you know, a little extra touch that they would have done. So, yeah, there is that. And, let's see, last but not least, movie-wise, I also picked up Tremors, the complete series, on DVD. What I actually like about this is that it kind of, the series, because technically it's not complete, they did cancel it, it wasn't very popular. I do like all 3 of the movies. I don't really care for the prequel. I thought that was kind of retarded. But I did enjoy this. You know, to me it had the same feel as the original movies. And I'm not going to say that I was disappointed because I never really watched it when it was aired. I just saw this. It was pretty cheap. Picked it up. And what I like about this, I would recommend you getting it if you like the movies. Mostly because, you know, it's one of those, it somewhat ends itself, but at the same time it somewhat kind of sets itself up for an actual plot story near the end. but it wasn't so, they didn't focus on it a lot throughout the episodes that I was expecting it. It wasn't until like the very last episode that they were like, this is our next story arc that we're going to jump into. So, you know, it pretty much ends, and I was satisfied with it within itself. You know, it was one of those series that was canceled, but at the same time, it actually felt like it actually ended, and only very minorly felt like it should have been continued. And last but not least, to the piece of the resistance right here, ladies and gentlemen. First, I picked up quite a few posters, but this is actually the first one that is actually anime-based that I actually picked up. And, of course, yes, it is Rurouni Kenshin. So this is the poster that I picked up. The reason why I haven't hung it up is because I'm going to actually buy frames for all of my posters, and I'm going to put them in actual frames. And if I ever sell them, I'll probably just sell them in the frame rather than just doing this, this thing right here. But yeah, so that was what I picked up. I hope you enjoyed this small pickups video in some fashion or form, and I will see you next time on the TCO.